Hi everyone, it's Eva Pietrzak here from Abundant Results Coaching, and today's topic is what is your financial blueprint? I've been reading a lovely book over the weekend called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, and I would love to highly recommend to those of you that are interested in money mindset and also understanding money. Now, lots of people come to my events and lots of my clients or people that I'm speaking to every day want to earn more money, and in order to earn more or have more, we really need to understand money. And this topic has become one of my passions, and I love studying it, and I love helping people understand money because I truly believe everybody needs to understand it. If you want more, you've got to understand how it all works. So one of the key principles around money is your financial blueprint. Most of you maybe already have heard that the majority of your financial behaviors and your beliefs develop up to the age of 6 and 7 when you're growing up with your family members and your early age teachers and grandpas and grannies, and you're observing how they operate around money and how they speak around money. And T. Harv Eker speaks about 3 sources of what's going on in your financial world. The first source is verbal programming. So if you want to discover what your verbal programming is, ask yourself what sort of sentences or what sort of things you heard when you were growing up about money. So did you hear your parents saying things like, oh, there's always plenty of money, we're very comfortable financially, and you know, it's good to be wealthy because it makes you a better person, or it makes you a bigger person or bigger version of who you are, and they were talking about money in a positive way? Or did you hear things, and majority of us have heard this, there's a reason why 1% of population earns 96% of the money in the world, and that's actually financial blueprints. So did you hear things like money doesn't grow on trees, you know, in order to earn more you've gotta work very, very hard, or maybe you heard things like if you earn more, then you know, your friends will turn away from you, or you will be corrupt, and money is going to become your god, you know, things like that. What were the things that you heard your family members saying about money? And then when you write them down, start comparing them to what's happening in your financial world. Let's say if you heard things like you really have to work hard to earn money, then maybe you're seeing yourself working hard. Maybe you're not delegating to people. Maybe you're not hiring employees. Maybe you're just working rather than going for easier ways to earn more, and you're just undercharging and so on and so forth. That would be your financial blueprint in reality and in your day-to-day experience today. The second place where your financial blueprint comes from is what we call modeling. And modeling means behaviors. What sort of behaviors, healthy or unhealthy behaviors, you observed with your parents especially. So people who raised you. So let's say, was your mom and dad, were they overspenders, or were they saving money, or were they hoarding money? And it could be one or the other. Did they have healthy habits around money? So did they save? Did they save for a rainy day? You know, lots of people have that saying, I've got to save for a rainy day. But what are you going to attract? You're going to attract rainy days. And T. Harv Eker actually suggests you should change the wording. Stop saving for a rainy day, but save in order to invest wisely. Save for more success. Save for money working for you rather than you working for the money. Save for prosperity and save for joy and more life and more good stuff, right? But majority of us say, you know, we're saving for a rainy day. And if you're saving for a rainy day, guess what's going to happen? First of all, you're never going to feel like you've saved enough, and then you probably will attract the rainy day. That's how our psychology works. So what happens, what I found very interesting when he was speaking about the financial modeling, let's say if your family members had habit of hoarding money. So, you know, maybe you asked your dad or mom for some money for I don't know, books or clothes, whatever you wanted, trips, and then maybe they always told you there is no money, right? But you knew that they were saving and hoarding and for the rainy day. Then what might happen is when you grow up, when you're an adult, you might find yourself hoarding money and being afraid to spend, or you've rebelled. So you actually went the opposite direction and you might be spending because you couldn't spend when you were a child. Now you're spending it all. And you know, spending it all is not a good money management habit. We need to learn to have money and then invest it wisely so that it provides for our retirement and provides for all the good investments that we want to make, houses and so on and so forth. Now, the third element, and this one I found really mind-blowing, the third source of your financial blueprint is experiences, emotional experiences. So I remember from my childhood, you know, it was a very strong experience. I would go to my mom. My mom was a teacher and my dad had his own business. And every time I went to my mom, you know, ask for money for something, either for books or for college or for something, she would always say, go to your dad. And then when I went to my dad, you know, sometimes my dad would tease me, but he would be like, you know, no, I'm not giving you any money. But when I was a child, I was taking it extremely seriously, and to the point that sometimes, you know, I would burst out crying, and then I would go to my room and all that stuff, and then my brother would bring me money from my dad. And my dad just had it like this was his habit. But what that programmed in my mind, that money doesn't come easily. Money doesn't come easily because I had that emotional experience. And you know, even though your parents may be messing around with you, those emotional experiences can formulate certain financial blueprints and certain financial beliefs in your mind. And have a look if you have any experiences that were connected with emotion around money from your childhood. Maybe, you know, ask yourself if money was a point of good conversation, productive conversations among your family members, or was it point of arguments? If you, lots of my clients or people that I speak to have a programming which says, you know, it's either money or love. It's better to be having happy family and relationships than to have more money, which doesn't even make sense because you can have both, but not if you have that negative financial blueprint. So I hope you guys found it valuable. For me, it was mind-blowing to discover, even still, as long as I work with this material, every day I keep discovering more financial blueprints that I can change and then unlock the flow of abundance and also very healthy money management techniques. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually planning to deliver an amazing event towards the end of this month on 31st of July. I will be running an event called The Key to Wealth, and we will be talking about wealth primarily around finances, but also in all areas of your life, because wealth is not just around money, it's also around healthy relationships, your health and well-being, and like pure fulfillment. So we will be talking about that, and then right after that, a week after, we will have a webinar. So I'm going to pop a link under this video. If you guys found this topic interesting and you would like to find out more, then by all means join me and share with anybody that would benefit from this fantastic information. I hope you're enjoying looking at your financial blueprints. Don't worry about if you're finding a lot of negatives or things that are holding you back. During the webinar and during the event, I will be sharing what needs to be done to change this, because to discover this is the first step, but then we want to change it. We want to change it to a better model. So thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week. Take care.